Dr. Patrice Motsepe told us that the world and Africa would come together for the greatest football spectacle of them all, the Cup of Nations. And he wasn't wrong. The numbers always be remembered by football people such as myself and those of you around Africa as the best African in living memory. Let's look at those numbers. 2 billion digital views, 1.4 billion TV audiences. Over 110 broadcasters took the AFCON in Italy, the UK, and many other parts of the world will never potentially be surpassed. There is no doubt that the AFCON is the biggest event on African soil, and just to remind us, let's relive it. Let's go back and have a quick inspiration of what this game is about.
This is the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations, live and direct from the Côte d'Ivoire. Whether you balled in Boaké or earn your stripes in the Banlieue, the streets have produced kings, but this is the crown that they'd all choose. All to be loved, scripts are written but never followed, because you could be here today, but gone tomorrow. You saw what happened between Ghana and Mozambique. The Mambas are moments away from facing defeat. If I speak. The Black Stars made mistakes that they hoped they would never repeat. But this competition wasn't made for the weak. 3 p.m. in Abidjan's like 30 countrymen's feet. Favorites fell and the underdogs prevailed. The hosts held their breath as their campaign nearly derailed. Equatorial Guinea turned the group on its head and almost sent Les Elephants home for an early bed. So the thing about this game is you can rise from the depths, create your own path and shine like one of the best. But even the best have to taste sorrow. Kimi had a chance. But this tournament is not a respecter of names, but a maker of legends. Where heroes collide for the price of winning. Where crowds hold a vibe in perfect rhythm. Where flags are worn to show the pride within. Where colours are shown. Where we pray for a win. Right here is where the stories begin. This is...
Still get goosebumps when I look back and I reflect on the moments that Africa Cup of Nations brought us. But now, it's time for me to welcome someone who is so special to us all. The 48 nations who are all waiting their fate today. They are here as guests in the background, and those guests are going to be absolutely on the edge of their seats, waiting to find out which group they will be in. But before I get to that, here he is. Motsepe will be joining me on stage to give us a sense of what it was like at the last Africa Cup of Nations. Motsepe, the head coach of Côte d'Ivoire. You've got 62 caps for your nation. You're a man who played in that central midfield with aplomb in your playing days. Coach, the question that I need from you, that I think everyone wants to know is, when you take over, the tournament isn't going well for Côte d'Ivoire, and what goes through your mind when you have to think, my first game is against Senegal. A few hours ago, we thought we were out of this tournament. What happened then? How did you feel?
It was very difficult for me. It was a moment so difficult because we lost 4-0 against Guinea Equatorial on Monday, and on Wednesday we were waiting for the game against Morocco and Zambia. So it was difficult. It was my birthday too, and on the morning the president called me to ask me to take, and I wanted my country give another face of what we've done after.
Tell the truth, Coach. Did you believe in your heart of hearts that you could go all the way, that you could lift the trophy, that you'd be coach of the tournament, that the Elephants would win their second?
Yeah, I believe. I knew that it will be very difficult, but I believe. If I didn't, I didn't take the team for the tournament, so I believe it.
And the Cup of Nations, what is it left for the people of Côte d'Ivoire? When we look at the stadium, the road, is Côte d'Ivoire a different place because of the AFCON?
Yeah, sure. First of all, I want to congratulate the President of the Republic for all he done for the infrastructure, for the stadium, for the roads, and I want to congratulate him. And since the African Cup, the face of Côte d'Ivoire is changed, and everybody on the world want to come to Côte d'Ivoire, want to come to visit this country because the atmosphere is good, the population is good, so it's a good thing for Côte d'Ivoire.
Coach MSFI, and he's lifted the trophy as the head coach of Côte d'Ivoire. But now, let me move on because I need to introduce you to someone else who will be joining us here, and a man who almost needs no introduction, but there he is, wearing number 17 on his jersey in his playing days, 62 caps for Morocco, the quintessential target man, the big man in the box, the former one, Shamak, joins us here out of Morocco, who will be hosting the Cup of Nations. No one better to do the job, especially Marwan. Welcome, and also because you know the head coach so well. Walid Ragroui was your teammate back in your playing days. How close are you guys? Are you still...
He did, from the World Cup to the... Yeah, well, but okay, the last competition, it wasn't too good, but yeah. He's a good guy and he's a very good coach, so I wish him the best for the next competition in Morocco. And I believe on him and I trust him, and I think he's going to be great, I think.
Let's talk about that, because you mentioning it. I didn't want to say anything, but you mentioned it. The last Cup of Nations didn't go that well for Morocco. Crashing out early. What did you learn? You know, what lesson can you take?
How we say to Emers, the last competition was crazy. It was everything, like a nice atmosphere, but like it was crazy because even like Ivory Coast, they came from, we broke them from the depth because like they were like close to disqualify, and we can see they won, and I'm happy for them because like they deserve it, and yeah, and we can see it like we miss it for nothing, like we missed a penalty against South Africa. It's like this, it's the football. Football is like this, and we can see how it's gonna be. So I'm happy to.
Oh, so he said something to you about that Morocco were key for
competition. So I have to help him to win our competition.
Yeah, if he can, yeah.
Marwan,
we're gonna
I need this from you though, very quickly. What can we expect? What can Africa expect when we get to Morocco in 2025? The people of Morocco, what are they expecting as well, and what can we expect when we get there?
We're waiting this competition since a long time, so we're going to be happy to host like the big football competition. So we're going to be happy to show our culture, but
continue at their own party. Sunday. The countdown begins for the big final. Nigeria are three-time winners. The Ivorians twice winners, twice runners-up. Flick-on from Chukwueze. Tuesday goal! Goal! Goal Nigeria! Nabali, back punch chance, goal! Cote d'Ivoire are back in the game. Can he cross? It's a great ball. It's a goal. There it is. It's all
Cracking out early. What did you learn? You know, what lessons did
How
you
we
take?
say to Emer,
What's
the
a
last
fairy tale story here?
competition was crazy. It was everything
It's a
like
magnificent
nice atmosphere, but like
there
it was crazy because even like Ivory Coast, they came from. We broke them from the best because like they were like close to disqualify, and we can see they won, and I'm happy for them because like they deserve it, and yeah, and we can see it like we miss it for.
Champions of Africa, Cote d'Ivoire, but now, as we
Nothing, like we missed a penalty against South Africa. It's like
get
this,
into the main part of what today is all about,
football is like
48
this, and,
nations
we can
want
see how it's gonna be. So
to go into the battle to be named.
I'm happy to.
Oh, so he said something to you about that Morocco champions of Africa, and I'm thrilled to introduce the man who will be leading today's Wiki draw. Samson Adamu,
So I have
the
to help him to win.
Director of Tournaments for CAF and Events. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Samson,
can,
for being
yeah.
with us again here in
All
South
right, we're
Africa.
gonna
I can't wait for this draw. I'm looking forward to it. 48 nations are on the edge of their seats. What can we expect? What can Africa expect when we get to Morocco in 2025? The people of Morocco, what are they expecting as well, and what can we expect when we get there?
We're waiting this competition since a long time, so we're gonna be happy to host like the big football competition. So we're gonna be happy to show our culture, but
25. But before we get straight into the draw, I have to appreciate our legends that we have here on stage. Merci beaucoup. Je suis ravi de partager cette scène avec vous. Et coach, je me permets aussi à vous féliciter pour gagner cette trophée et vous souhaite bonne chance pour la suite of this final tournament.